Hello. Welcome to Facebook Live. All right. I'm really excited about the card we're going to do today. But more exciting is I'm going to showcase, I don't want to show that yet. I'm going to showcase our incredible starter kit, which is such a great deal right now during celebration. But of course, before we get into anything, let's talk just a little bit of business. The coordination products are still available. Now, I didn't check this morning. I haven't heard that anything has sold out. So I think everything is still available. Of course, my favorite is the Please Does Punch DSP. We've used that a lot. But if you have any of these other products, make sure you're getting these coordinating dies and the DSP. Such a value to your products, and you'll use them more. I know that when I have coordinating products like the dies or the punches, I always use my stuff more. So don't miss out on any of these products. Get those coordinating products on your next order. And remember, when you shop with this host code, it helps me bring these kind of videos to you guys. So I really appreciate it. And don't forget, with every $50 you spend during celebration, you're going to get free stuff. So, and at those $100 levels, it's free with a $100 purchase. So, and more stuff is coming in March. More amazing stuff. I did show a sneak peek of some of that stuff in my video that I did in my VIP group last week. So if you're not a member of my VIP group, make sure you join my VIP group. I show lots of fun stuff there. All right, my His and Hers class, I just sent another email about this to my customers. This is March 14th. It's coming up. The deadline to RSVP is coming up next week. So don't miss out on this class. This is going to be such an incredible class. I designed all the cards last week, and they're pretty amazing. They are some of my most favorite projects, cards. I don't know, but I say that about every class, but this class for sure, I love them. So it was such a fun kind of theme. I've never done a class like this before, and it was really fun. It was really fun to plan, and I think the cards are pretty amazing. So if you're local in the Albuquerque area, please come to my class. I think it's going to be an amazing time. All right, and finally, don't miss Paper Pumpkin in March. It's our Stampin' Up's 7th anniversary of Paper Pumpkins. You're going to get 2 free stamp sets. You're going to get the one that comes with your kit that you always get, and then all the supplies for your kit, and there are 12 cards in this kit, so already an amazing kit. Plus, you're going to get that ink spot, and then an additional free stamp set, and all of this is only for $22 when you subscribe. So, such an incredible value. So don't miss out on Paper Pumpkin coming. And then of course I have my special promotion for buying the prepaid Paper Pumpkin kits or Paper Pumpkin subscriptions. By March 10th, I'm going to send you a free take your pick tool if you buy a 3, 6, or 12 month subscription in my online store. All right, you guys ready? So first of all, we're going to talk about the incredible starter kit. So I'm going to bring out my celebration catalog, and this is on the very last page of the celebration catalog. So outside of celebration, the starter kit is already an incredible value. You get to choose $125 in products. You get free shipping. You get a Paper Pumpkin kit. It won't be the recent Paper Pumpkin, but it's kind of an older Paper Pumpkin that just kind of shows you this is what Paper Pumpkin is. So you get free shipping. You get $125 with products. You get the Paper Pumpkin kit. You get a ton of business supplies that includes like catalogs and other things. And it's all for $99. Now, that's the regular starter kit when you buy it any other time of year besides Celebration. Now, Celebration, because it's such an amazing time, you're going to get tons more products for it. So you're going to get the little mini paper trimmer, this beautiful mini paper trimmer, which I love. I have used a ton. I love mine. You're going to get a sampler of DSP. Now, this is all DSP from the mini catalog, from the celebration catalog, and it's all 6x6. You're going to get a great assortment of DSP from in here, and you're going to get an additional, this is an addition, this isn't counted in your $125, you're going to get an additional free stamp set. So this is the most expensive stamp set that Stampin' Up! Has. This is the Well Said stamp set. If you need a greeting for anything, I guarantee you it's in this stamp set. And this one I think is $45, but Stampin' Up's going to give it to you absolutely free. So in addition to the $125 that you're going to choose, you're also going to get all of this absolutely free. And that's all for $99. So it's a huge, huge, huge savings. Now, what do you put in your starter kit? We're going to use this trimmer actually, so I'm going to leave that out. What do you put in your starter kit? You can put absolutely anything you want. Products of your choice. They can be from the annual catalog, from the mini catalog, from the clearance rack. The only restrictions are like no celebration products and no hostess products, but basically anything else is free game. You can put it in your starter kit. So what I have done is I made a little sampler starter kit, and this is I know it's like way up close to the camera, but there's so much stuff in here, you guys. So I have some, and everything in here adds up to $125 worth. Now again, you get to choose whatever you want, so you don't have to get everything that I put in here. You don't have to get anything that I put in here, but I just want to show you everything that's in here. So we're gonna start with some silver glimmer paper. Now, why am I showing you all this? Because the card I'm gonna make uses all of these products. Well, most of the products. It doesn't use all of it, but it uses most of it. I have silver glimmer paper. Love. All right, I have the Under My Umbrella bundle. This is one we're going to be using today. This is an amazing, amazing bundle. Let me move this off to the side. We'll take it all out. But I have the Under My Umbrella bundle. I love this bundle. This is one of my favorites. Love, love, love this one. Okay, I have a pack of Brights DSP. So when you buy the color collection together, you get 2 of each color. So I have all of these beautiful colors. These are my most favorite colors. These are my most used colors. I use the Brights more than anything else. I have a pack of Brights DSP. I have a pack of white DSP. Of course, you want something neutral. You're going to need something to stamp everything on. So make sure you throw some white cardstock, not white DSP. Have I been saying DSP? White cardstock, and then the Brights cardstock. So, cardstock, you want lots of cardstock. You're going to get that mini paper trimmer, so you need something to cut with it, right? All right, I have a Coastal Cabana ink pad. This is probably my most favorite color, so I'm going to throw in my most favorite color, of course, in my starter kit. And then I also have a Memento ink pad. This is our black ink pad. You know, you need something neutral that you can stamp lots of neutral stuff. I mean, I can use my Coastal Cabana, but maybe I don't want to use Coastal Cabana with Poppy Parade. So, you know, make sure you throw in another regular ink pad. I have a pack of Dimensionals. Of course, my favorite adhesive. I'm not going to forget those. I have some of the Gingham Gala sequins. These are just a really fun accessory. They already come with the adhesive on them, so you just peel and stick. So this is a great little accessory to throw in. I have some white seam binding. This is the white seam binding. Love this ribbon, and it's white, so it'll go with any project I want to make. I have 5 different colors of blends. So I have the dark Granny Apple Green, the dark Daffodil Delight, the dark Pool Party, the dark Flirty Flamingo, and the light Bermuda Bay. Now these are all, with the exception of Pool Party, these are all Brights colors, but Pool Party really goes well with the Coastal Cabana Bermuda Bay group, so that's why I threw this in. So, and the blends are fantastic, and you can get them individually. You don't need to get them like with their light and dark partners unless you really want to do some blending. But this is a great way to start. Get those markers. Great way to start. What else? I do have a package of the Brights DSP in here too. You can see my package is a little skimpy. I've used a ton of it, but throw in a package of Brights DSP. It adds lots of great patterns and textures, and it's going to coordinate with all that cardstock. And then I just threw in some white twine. I use white twine on almost everything, so I love white twine. Now all of these products together equal exactly $125. So this is a great example of what you can throw in your kit. Now, if you're a more experienced stamper, maybe you don't want to throw in the Coastal Cabana ink pad or the Memento ink pad. Maybe you already have those. So take that out, throw in something else you want. Maybe you don't need the blends, or maybe you need all the blends. You can fill up your starter kit with all blends. That's awesome too. You can do whatever you want. Now, I'm going to put all this stuff back in my little box, and we are going to be pulling stuff out of this box to make our card with. But I just wanted to show you the amazing value of the starter kit. And again, when you join during celebration, you're going to get those extra perks. You're going to get the extra paper cutter. You're going to get that paper sampler. You're going to get that free additional stamp set, which is pretty phenomenal. I'm going to leave these out. We're going to use those. And all my paper supplies are mostly already cut. We are going to use that paper trimmer, that little mini one. But all of my paper supplies are mostly cut out. Everything else I'm throwing back in the box, and we will we'll get to it when we get to it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave my ink pads out. All right, do you guys want to see what we're making? Here is the super cute card that we're making using those supplies in our starter kit box. Now remember, your starter kit is going to be different. Your starter kit is going to contain whatever you want it to contain. All right, but we are going to get started because there's a lot to do on this card. So let's get started. Let's talk about our paper pieces. So I have a piece of Daffodil Delight. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Now I will be using some other supplies that I didn't throw in the starter kit. It's like my bone folder, another additional punch, blocks of course, and then snail adhesive and scissors. So there are a few things that I'm throwing in here that are not included in the kit, but I think they're kind of standard things that you guys need. So I'm gonna pull out my little trimmer. We're going to cut a piece of Daffodil Delight DSP. This is the DSP, and we're gonna cut it to 3 by 5. So it's a 6-inch piece of DSP, so I'm just going to cut 1 inch off. And then I know that is, I've already cut this at 3, so I know that that's now 5 inches because I cut 1 inch off. I'm going to save that. I'm going to use it on something else. All right, I need a piece of Pacific Point. So I have a little scrap of Pacific Point. I need it to be 3 by 4.5. So I'm going to cut it at 3. And how long is this? This is 5.5. So again, I'm just going to cut off 1 inch. And then I'll make it 3 by 4.5. Our paper trimmer goes up to 4 1/4, so you can cut up to 4 1/4. All right, so this one is going to be 4 1/4, which, let's go this way, 4 1/4 by, this is white, 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. I'm just going to line that up. Now your paper trimmer comes with a little guard. I've taken my guard off because I like to live dangerously. So, and then a piece of Pacific Point. This is 1, and we're going to cut it 2 3/4. So you can see how quick and fun and easy this little trimmer is. You can trim up all your pieces. And I think that's all the trimming we're going to do. Everything else is just wraps. I do have a piece of glimmer paper, which I think needs to be trimmed. 2 3/4. It's just a 1/4 inch by 2 3/4. So we have a little piece of that, a little scrap of that. I have a little scrap of some more of the Daffodil Delight DSP. This is the gingham pattern. And we're going to stamp on this. I just have a scrap of Bermuda Bay we're going to punch with. And then another scrap of Bermuda Bay DSP that we're going to stamp on. So lots of little scraps, and then just a white scrap as well that we're going to do a little bit of stamping on as well. So lots of scraps, and then we cut all of our other pieces. So we are ready to get going on this card. All right, let's start with our stamping. I'm going to pull out my white piece, and I'm going to pull out a little piece of grid paper real quick because I'm going to stamp the little raindrop image all over this. I'm going to use my Coastal Cabana. I'm going to stamp my little raindrop image all over, and I don't want it to get on my work surface. So I'm just going to go through. This doesn't have to be perfect. It's photopolymer, so it's easy to see where you need to stamp, where you haven't stamped. It's easy to fill in those gaps. So I'm just going to stamp this all the way down. And I'm just going to keep going almost to the bottom. The bottom is going to be covered up by some DSP, so I'm not worried about going all the way to the bottom. We just want to cover our back with some raindrops, and that is all that we're going to use our Coastal Cabana for. So I'm going to just put that back in my box. I'll put that off to the side. Now, we'll move our grid paper. We don't need that anymore. All right, I have a scrap of white and then my scrap of Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to pull out my Memento ink pad here. And with that little like half closed umbrella, I'm going to stamp that on my DSP. Now, I made the mistake the other day of not looking at how my punch is oriented, so I really had to trim off and cut down. So my little umbrella is going to go this way, so I just, to make sure that it lines up nicely in my punch, just going to look at the orientation of the way it's going to punch. That way it's easy peasy. We can get that done. Oh, I forgot to turn off my notifications. So sorry, guys. All right, I have the little greeting. This one says, "Life showers brings love flowers." I'm just going to stamp that on my white piece. And then I have the little flowers. There are a couple groupings of flowers in this stamp set. I'm going to stamp 3 of them on here. There is no punch for these guys, so we will have to, actually I'm only going to stamp 2. I'm not sure if I'm going to have room because I do have to punch that, so we'll make it work. So But we are going to fussy cut these. There is no punch or die for these little flowers, but it'll work out, I promise. So we're going to set that aside, and then we have one more thing to punch. I have the little rain boots, and those are going to go right on my Daffodil Delight gingham print. So cute, right? All right, so that is all our stamping. Let me close up my ink pad here, and we will move on. All right, let's do all of our punching first. So I have my piece in here. We're going to line it up. I probably should have stamped it. There we go. We're going to line it up in our punch. Just like that. Perfect. So there's our super cute umbrella. We don't have to do anything else to it. It is completely done. And I have this super cute other umbrella that I'm going to set off to the side. For the handle, I just wanted a solid little handle, so I'm just going to use my Bermuda Bay scrap. Just punch the handle out of that. And then I have a 1.5 inch circle punch. I'm just going to punch that greeting, and I'm going to put it off to the right here, just like that. And then we're going to do some coloring. So I'm going to pull out those 5 blends that I threw in my starter kit. And let me see, I'm trying to clean up here. Okay, so let's do our coloring. Let's move these out of the way so we don't lose them. For our little boots, I'm going to take my Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to color the tops and the bottoms here just to give it a little more depth. I'm not doing any other shading or coloring. That is all I'm doing to my boots. So let me show you guys. Isn't that cute? That's all I'm doing to my boots. All right, now for my flowers, I'm going to color my big flower just with the Fleur de Flamingo. And again, there's no shading on these. We're just going very simple. I'm going to color those. And I think I'm only going to color one. So we'll just finish this one up real quick, and then we'll focus all our attention on one. I colored them all the same. I'm going to do all the leaves in my Granny Apple. And this image, the coloring goes very quickly. So, and again, we're just doing basic coloring here. I just really love the way the blends color. All right, and then we are coloring this little flower down here with the Bermuda Bay. And you'll notice I'm not going over the centers. We're going to go back over the centers in a minute with some Daffodil Delight, but just the Bermuda Bay. And then I'm taking my Pool Party for that last flower. So pretty, so cute. And then finally, just to finish, light for the little flower centers. Grab your scissors and you would fussy cut it, but I have already fussy cut. I fussy cut 2, and then I fussy cut one of the Fleur de Flamingo and then one of the Bermuda Bay flowers. So we're going to set those aside. The very bottom of them, those are going to be hidden in the umbrella, so don't waste your time getting those perfect. But I did not fussy cut these little boots, so we do need to cut these boots out real quick. And I am just going around the very outside of that stamped line. You can cut right up against it if you want, but just going right against the outside of that line. Very quickly here. These boots are pretty easy to fussy cut. They don't have any funny lines or anything, so they fussy cut pretty cute. All right, so that's all my pieces. Now it's just up to assembly now. So let's start assembling. I'm going to pull out my snail. Let me move these markers out of the way. I'm going to pull out my snail, move these off to the side, and we're going to work on our white piece. I have my Bermuda Bay, or not my Pacific Point piece, not my Bermuda Bay piece. That's going to go right along the bottom. I really love this gingham print, and I love that you get it in all the color groups, just like that. Now for my little piece of glimmer paper, I'm going to use some liquid glue, just because it's a little bit smaller than my snail, but just a little bit on the back of that, and that is just going to go right along the top of our DSP, just like that. I love that little pop of glimmer that it brings. And I mean, with a scrap this small, you can really get your money's worth with your DSP, or with your glimmer paper. And then this piece, we're just going to snail right onto our Pacific Point piece that we cut with our little mini trimmer. This piece is going to go right on here, like that. And our DSP piece, I'm going to use the scripty side for this, and so I'm going to put adhesive on the other side, and we're going to stick that to our card base. Okay, just like that. This is going to go kind of off to the left. I want equal borders on the top, left, and bottom, just like that. And then we're going to stick this piece on with some dimensionals, of course. I'm going to grab some dimensionals. I'll stick this piece on. Here we go. And this piece is just going to go off to the right with that same size border along the right as there is on the left. So isn't that cute already? And you could really just put any kind of embellishment on here. Super cute. All right, let's get back to our umbrella piece. So I'm going to stick my handle on, and I'm going to do that with a dimensional. So let me pull off a dimensional. So I'm gonna stick my handle on just like this. Just like that. So stinking cute and easy, right? All right, now I'm going to put a few more dimensionals on the back. I'm just gonna like squeeze them in here because we're gonna adhere those flower pieces on here. So I'm just gonna squeeze all my dimensionals in here. You could use mini dimensionals, of course. I just have a little row of dimensionals here, and I am just going to adhere those flower pieces on the back here, just like that. I have one, and actually that one's positioned a little awkward. Let's go this way. Like that, and then I have another one going this way, just like that. Isn't that cute? Now I do have those other flowers that we did fussy cut, so I want to make sure that I stick these on, and I'm going to use a little bit of my Tombow glue for this, and they're just going to be positioned over the handle. So actually, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the handle, and I'm going to stick my Flirty Flamingo one on there. Just going to kind of tuck it under there. And then my little Bermuda Bay one, let me put a little bit of dotted glue up here. I just want a little bit of extra color on that side. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool because this is a really small little piece. So I'm just going to position it right up there with my Take Your Pick tool. Got it all covered. Isn't that cute? So cute. I love that little umbrella. All right, so we have our little boots, we have our umbrella, and we have our greeting. So let's put it all together. Dimensionals on the back of our greeting. And that's gonna go just down here off to the right. Our boots are gonna go next. I'm going to use some of my liquid glue again, and I'm gonna stick some right on the right corner, right where the toe is. That's going to overhang, and then I'm going to use one dimensional. See, I'm having trouble with my dimensionals today. I'm just going to use one dimensional kind of on the left of the heel there, and that's just going to overlap perfectly, just like that. Everything's going to be the same height with that glue, and then we're going to stick our umbrella on. Now, because I already have dimensionals on the top here, I'm only going to put one dimensional on the bottom, and then I'm going to use some of my liquid glue on the back here. Okay? That's going to go right onto our card, just like this. We're just going to overhang it a little bit. So cute. Isn't that cute? I love it. A couple more finishing touches. We're going to pull out that white seam binding, and we're just going to tie a bow. So I just do my little bunny ears and just quickly pull that bow. Now you don't want to tighten up your seam binding until you have the correct size that you want, because seam binding doesn't like to be adjusted too much once it's at its desired size. So I'm just going to cut off those little ends, and I'm going to grab a glue dot. I couldn't find my roll of glue dots today. I hope that I didn't leave it out and that my cat got into it. Although I fear that's what happened, but I couldn't find my glue dots. I don't know where they are. So I'm using some paper pumpkin ones. So I have my little bow that I tied. I put a glue dot on the back. This is just going to go right on the edge over here. So cute. Isn't that cute? I love that messy bow. I just love it. And then finally, as another, just to finish it off, we have those Gingham Gala sequins. I'm going to pull out the yellow ones. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm going to use the little, ooh, that one shot up. I'm going to use the little flower shaped one. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm just going to stick them on to my card here. I'm only going to use 3. My goodness, I'm having trouble with these. One up there, one up here, and then one more on this side. So that is it. That is my super cute card made with all stuff that I've thrown into a starter kit that I would get. Isn't that cute? Now this one, I did add some of our shimmery glossy effects. So that's another thing you can add. I love that little glossy look. You can also put that on the boots. That would be really, really cute on the boots. But I think it is just as cute with this one. And the umbrella on this one is done with Coastal Cabana DSP, and this one we did with Bermuda Bay. So a couple little differences, but you can see just how cute that card is, made with all items that I threw into a little starter kit for myself if I were to purchase a starter kit. So if you have any purchase anything, please head to my online code, and I will be back next week with another video. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you're watching this on Facebook, please share it with your friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe my channel. And if you have questions, please let me know. I'd love to talk to you. Have a great day. Bye.